Hey, hello. It is Tammy with Cheers to Creativity, and I'm here on the Essential Stencil page to do some fun crafting with you tonight on this Thursday evening. I'm going to do something special with a background, which we're going to do in a little bit. I'll show you from start to finish. But if it's just a base coat, which that is all this is a gray base coat, I'm not going to sit there and base coat it, okay? I will put it down so you have a better view of it. But we're going to add a background to this first. And there are so many ways we can do backgrounds. This one happens to be our star background, a little bit of silver paint, and I'm going to offload it. And because I grabbed one of our dome brushes, I'm making sure I take it off the edges as well. I just laid this down randomly. Okay, so we've done these stars on this block, and I said I'm going to add one of the elements from that welcome thing. But while I have this out, I'm going to grab another block. Again, it's just a gray block. So I'm just going to pick and lay these down very randomly. These using elements from this Hocus Pocus design. I'm going to do the pumpkin. I'm just going to give this a really quick, kind of mellows out anything that's behind it. So the colors that I use are going to stand out a little better. Lightens it up a little bit. I might hit this with a blow dryer. I think I will. All right, so there's just my pumpkin. He's pretty cute. Do my face first in the yellow. So I did the yellow. I'm going to dry that again. Okay, now I'm going to take my black. And we do. How fun is that? So there is block one is done. So I'm going to take a color. This is called bluegrass. And I think it's too dark to be a mid-century color. So I'm just going to stick it right on here. And I'm going to add some white to it. I'm going to kind of just swirl and mix those together. Add a little more white. And I'm sure there's perfect colors for mid-century too. But for tonight, we're just making our own. This way I can let this color dry before we add something to it. So we're going to add a little bit of a lighter yellow here and there. Let's do one here. And let's do another star here. There's a little star. And we're going to just go ahead and do us a little ghost. You could just trace this around some thin wood and you could make him dimensional too. And then we're going to use the other stencil here to give him some eyes. So our detail brushes are great for adding details. I could have done this with black too, but I just wanted to give him, he's my stitched ghost. What do you think? I think he's pretty cute. So we'll put that one aside. We've got two of our blocks done. We'll grab this guy. He's going this way. He is going to be a little candy corn. First, so I got that orange from when we made our pumpkin. And before I lift it off, I'm going to go back and grab these designs again. And I'm going to give them some details inside the design as well. I don't have to worry about it. Do I want to do it all over or just in the middle section? I think I'm going to do it just in the middle section. So we're going to lift this off, and I'm going to pick up a little black again. Need a little more paint. And I'm going to first just put a line on each, next to each of them. And see, it's a little wider. And do it on top two. Yeah, we do it on top two. It's one cleaned up my little bit of a boo-boo. And then the other thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to come in here and I'm going to just kind of do like a zigzag. I could do cross hatching. And I think just because I kind of made a little bit of a mess around, we'll go around and we will stitch this guy too. Just little stitches. Just a way to make your very simple candy corn a little bit of a different design. And our detail brushes come in different sizes. So if this one would be too thick for your liking, you could always go with the skinnier one. But there is that guy. I need to rinse that brush off. Okay. And from that same stencil, this was the little, skeleton skull shape. And you can see I just did that on the stars too. We'll set that back over here. I had one more I wanted to do with you. Do I have time? I think I do. Like I said, if I'm going to do a background that is anything to be seen, I'm going to show you. So let's show you. This, when I showed you the tray that had that truck on it, it was that greenish color. Now I really should grab a glove, but we're just going to do this on here. I'm going to grab and pull my green around. This color is sour apple. I could have base coated this to make it go a little quicker, but we're going to need to use this color anyhow to create a fun bit of a background. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to have those colors on my plate that you can see. I see the light green, the dark green, and I have some black. And I'm going to come in with my light green. I'm going to come around my sides, blend it back out to however large I'd like my center to be. And let's use this cute little cauldron. And I'm going to do these little cauldron bubbles and extend these cauldron bubbles all the way up. Let's pick up a little bit of the dark green and black together and just give a little swipe down below. Okay, set that one aside as well. Got another piece of watercolor paper so we can do this. Now I'm going to have to be a little careful. So I'll be touching just a touch of it. All right, so here is our gingham background. And we're going to put him at the very bottom. Okay, so we've done this. Isn't he cute? I'm going to do one more quick little Patriotic project. This is a surface I found at Dollar Tree. I think it was meant more to be as like a riser, but I'm just going to go ahead and put a little back on it and hang it, and we're just going to add this guy. And I'm just going to trim this off. You want the grain to be going up and down on here, so I'm going to get this as close down here as I possibly can. Burnish him on right there. So there he is. And like I said, we can go back and add a couple stars. Set it down. I think that works. And we have one more project to do tonight. This is a tray that came from Walmart. We're going to be using one of the stencils from this October Nights. But what I'm going to add to this is a transfer from bones to blossoms. Okay, and it's tucked up in that corner pretty well. So another little tip for you, if you need to lift a stencil and you can't quite get to it, you can use a piece of tape, and that tape will help lift it up. And we are going to, I am trying really hard. I did, good. All right, so we have this on here. And I did want to add one more thing on this one. Okay, so there, so we didn't leave anything. Let's do Haunted. And haunted, I can actually get at a bit of an angle. There we've got the word haunted. So let's carry it around to include it around our edges. So this is my Halloween tray, and I will go ahead and continue those words all the way around. So we did that one. We created a patriotic pup, this little round with the bead trims. So make sure you grab yours. We added a little guy for our framed seasonal pictures. Isn't he a cute little 4th of July pup? And then we did a number of blocks using the welcome with the interchangeable. There's our cauldron. There is the more kind of funky stars behind the candy cane. Candy cane. No. Candy corn. Big difference. Here's our little jack-o'-lantern. Let's put the cover on that paint before I spill it everywhere. And then the other one we did was the sweet little ghost on the little twist to hopefully a little more mid-century modern. All right, guys. All right. Happy halfway to Halloween. Let me know if you had a favorite project, and we look forward to seeing you next week. Cheers.